Welcome to Malibu Grand Prix and to your new position as cashier, a key job at your track. You not only have to be good at working the register and handling cash, but you've got to be great at dealing with people. Think about it. As cashier, you're in a unique position. You come into contact with every guest visiting Malibu. You can make or break their experience with us. In this video, we'll review the cashier's role and the responsibility you have to Malibu's guests, as well as to your track's management and staff. As a cashier, you've got 4 main responsibilities. The first, counter preparation, done at opening in the morning. The second, counter operations, the bulk of your job, actually selling Malibu's products, both informatively and efficiently. The third, shift change and closing, those things you do before clocking out. And last, but definitely not least, guest relations and service, the most important part of your job, and as mentioned earlier, key to your success as cashier. Your job is really quite wide in scope. Aside from making sales transactions, you'll inform guests how our program works and what it takes to race our Virage and Mini Virage cars. You'll take them through our licensing process. Even guests who aren't racing will need assistance with their food purchases, or will need you to make change so that they can purchase tokens to play our games. You will be the one they come to when they're having problems with a game, or need help with something, or just want to ask a question like, what time is it? And with such wide responsibilities, dealing with all of our guests, it's absolutely imperative that their first and last impression of you is a favorable one. Your first step? Your smiling face as an integral part of your proper Malibu uniform. What's the rest of the uniform? You'll be provided your staff shirt and a name tag. It's your responsibility, however, to maintain your uniform. And whether you're male or female, it's essential that you come to work well-groomed every day. And if any of these come with belt loops, you'll also be required to wear a color-coordinated belt. To complete your uniform, you'll be required to wear white socks with either white or gray athletic shoes. During colder weather, you may add a navy blue crew or V-neck sweater, moving your name tag to the outside of your sweater. Again, keep your uniform clean and in good repair. No torn, faded, or wrinkled clothing. Remember, first impressions are lasting ones, so make yours a good one. Any other job you might have, you need to know the names and uses of the tools of your trade. And as a Malibu cashier, you'll come into contact with many things you won't use anywhere else. So let's review these special tools and see how they're used. Of course, as a cashier, you will be in charge of tickets, money, food, and refund tokens. Because of this, you will also be working with reconciliation forms such as these. The cashier's overring tally sheets keep track of the money in your cash drawer, tickets, and data cards sold. The token refund tally sheet is to keep track of the refund and manager giveaway tokens. Also, you will be using a games down report and out of order signs to mark the games which need to be looked at by your game technician. Inside the game room and behind the counter area, Malibu uses some safety equipment such as a fire extinguisher and first aid kits. Remember, if you have never used a fire extinguisher before, have your manager show you so that you can be ready just in case. You will be using things such as a mop bucket, vacuum, carpet sweeper, broom, dustpan, towel, and glass cleaner. These items are to keep the counter area clean and game room looking its absolute best. As a cashier, keeping it this way will be your responsibility. As soon as they come to the front counter, or if they look lost or in need of help. Just think of how you would feel if you expected some counter service and the person behind the counter ignored you. Remember, treat others as you would have them treat you. Ask if they have been to Malibu before. If they are a new guest, you will need to explain how the Malibu system works and what is needed to race our cars. You will need to tell them about our different types of cars, the Virage, Mini Virage, and Sprint. The Mini Virage and Sprint are for any guest 4 feet 6 inches or taller who has a Malibu racing license. Our Virage car is for licensed drivers 18 years and older, or they must be 5 feet tall and have completed the Bondurant driving class and have a valid Malibu racing license. You will also need to tell them about times when the different cars race and, of course, how much it will cost. This is the liability release form for the Virage, Mini Virage, and Sprint car racers. Each racer must complete this form, but before they do, it is your responsibility to check to see if they meet the minimum qualifications. Once you have determined which car they will be racing, in this case the Virage, you will need to explain how to get a Malibu license to new drivers. Explain the liability release form and that they must read and sign this form before a Malibu license can be issued. For issuing a Malibu license is to verify the name, age, and that the photo on their driver's license is theirs. Once this is done, you may proceed in issuing their photo license. The Mini Virage and Sprint Racing license is issued in the same manner as the Virage license, except that the requirements to get one are different. Mini Virage racers do not need to complete a liability release form if they are under 18 years old. They only need to be 4 feet, 6 inches or taller to get a Mini Virage Sprint license. Again, complete the data card while the guest is completing the registration form. We save the best and the most important thing for last: guest relations and service. Have you ever been to a restaurant or a store where the person waiting on you or helping you was rude or not helpful? Sure you have. Everyone has. And I bet you remember where it happened to this day. Well, you are going to be on the other side of the counter while working at Malibu. We don't want someone to think back upon a bad time they had and think of Malibu, or think of you for that matter. First impressions are important to everyone, and our guests are no exception. The way you treat guests will decide whether or not they will come back again. Treat people and serve our guests as you would want to be. Leave your troubles at home. Don't take an argument to work with you. You as cashier will come into contact with every guest at Malibu, whether it's making change, selling attractions, or helping keep the location clean. You will need to keep a smile on your face and a friendly attitude for all our guests. But just as important is your personal appearance, your health, and your cleanliness. What are the local health regulations? In your new job here at Malibu, these should all be important to you. Look at your hands and nails. Did you wash them thoroughly, or did you just change your transmission and forget to wash? Is your hair clean and combed, or did you look like you would after sticking your head out of the window at 60 miles per hour? It's kind of silly to think about, but none of any of these things are wrong. So, take a good look at yourself and your uniform before you come to work. Bacteria spreads illness, and it will affect how guests perceive you and Malibu, and that will affect sales. Along with good appearance, a smile and cheerful greeting are important. Easy conversation lets the guests know you are really interested in what they have to say to you. Listen to their questions and answer them thoroughly. If you don't know the answer, then get someone who does know. It is our guests who are the most important people in our location. The guests pay our paychecks and are the reason we have a place to work. Don't keep our guests waiting. Serve them as fast as possible. If you will be a while, turn to them and say, "I'll be right with you." So make sure you treat them with care and make them want to come back. Treat our guests as you would want to be treated if you were in their shoes. Always thank the guests for their business and ask them back again. Another skill you will be using is suggestive selling. Suggestive selling is a great way to help increase revenues, as well as helping the guests decide what they want, or letting them know what specials we may have. We may have new products which our guests don't know about, so suggestive selling is the only way they will know about this product. A person buying Mini Virage tickets who is tall enough to enter one of our car control classes should be told of these classes. A person buying a soft pretzel should be asked if they would like a cold drink, and so on. You can see how this will help our guests as well as increase our sales. No matter how hard we try to please our guests, sometimes they may get upset. This can happen for any number of reasons: employee error, poor service, or a simple misunderstanding. In any case, don't argue with the guest. Listen to what they have to say, and in most cases they probably just lost a token in a game. Small complaints like this can be handled by you as the cashier by simply refunding their token. In the event the guest has a problem which you can't handle, call the manager immediately. It's best the manager on duty handle these complaints so you can get on to your other guests. Sometimes you will notice guests not conducting themselves in an appropriate manner. This would include breaking Malibu's safety rules, vandalism, or theft. When you notice this happening, call the manager immediately and identify the problem guest. Malibu does not have the type of video game you are about to see. So if you have problems with guests hitting games, you'll have to take care of the problem the good old-fashioned way. Take a look.
Please don't hit me. I'm warning you. I warn you.
Be careful the next time you think of hitting a video game. In closing, let's review what we have discussed in this video. Your 4 main responsibilities are counter preparation, counter operations, shift change and closing, and the most important, guest service. It's important that all these things be done thoroughly and efficiently. You will be interfacing with every guest, registering them to race, using the cash register, and controlling your cash and tickets. You will be organizing the guest place in line by using the next driver system and controlling ticket sales. Some of your other responsibilities will be dispensing refund tokens, answering phones, taking birthday reservations, and selling our Malibu merchandise. Just as in any job, what we use we have to account for. Like during shift change or closing, you will be counting money and tickets and balancing these with the cash register sales. Keeping the location clean and organized is important. This is done throughout your shift as well as at the close of the day's business. Make sure you know where our safety equipment is and also how to use it. Always be friendly and treat our guests well. Friendly service and suggestive selling are 2 of the most important things you can do at Malibu Grand Prix. Be proud of yourself and the fact you work at Malibu Grand Prix. Look good when you come to work in the correct uniform, clean and in good repair. Make sure your personal appearance is good and that you come to Malibu ready to work. Leave your personal problems at home. Come to work with a smile and give our guests the best possible service. Always use the golden rule, treat others as you would like to be treated. When you're not at work, let people know that you are proud to work at such a unique environment. Malibu Grand Prix sells fun and recreation for the entire family. We sell the fantasy of becoming a race car driver. We are a fun place to come to and a fun place to work. Thank you for viewing this video, and anytime you want to view it again, just let your manager know. Thank you, and welcome to Malibu Grand Prix Corporation.